Let's face it, there are times when you know a car is doomed well before its life is over. The Metro, launched in the shadow of Britain's beloved Mini, never really stood a chance. And ancient mechanicals, poor build quality and a despairing tendency to turn to rust only made matters worse. Yet, despite all that, over 1 million Metros were sold before its demise at the end of last year. So now it must be our responsibility to rid the world of these miserable machines. On the other hand, could this wretched car actually have a greater destiny? Another life that might launch a glittering career? Incredibly, there are those who think it might. As a first step into motorsport, there are few cheaper ways to go motor racing than with the MG Metros.
Grids are always packed. It's very close racing. There's always 4 into a corner, door handle to door handle sort of stuff.
The Metro Championship's very competitive, and there's a lot to learn about motorsport in general at this grassroots level that we have here.
They may not be missiles down the straight, but through the corners and on the brakes, they are a good laugh.
We're here at Silverstone for round 6 of the 12-race MG Metro Championship, where hordes of these little cars, all costing less than £2,500, are here to have some fun. And they've saved the 1982 model from the crasher so that I can join in the action. All you need to do is give your rescued road car a snazzy paint job, put on the regulation wheel rims, strip out the interior, and install a rollover cage, and then just add your choice of racing seat and a full racing harness. The championship is split up into 3 classes. Class A, which I'm in, is for virtually standard cars, about 75 horsepower running on road tyres. Class B can tune the engine slightly up to about 85 horsepower and they run on semi-racing tyres. Whilst Class C, the big boys, are the Metro Turbos. Whichever class you're in, Metro Racing is a friendly formula where everyone helps each other out and where 2 of Britain's top touring car stars learnt their craft. So what's your fondest memories, you think, of little Metros?
Oh, I had the odd race win and things, but the actual racing was just fantastic because the cars were all very, very equal. In those days, there was only 1 class of racing in the championship and probably 30, 35 cars on the grid, so it was incredibly close and great fun. The biggest tip I can give you is about 100 yards before the first corner, just close your eyes. And that's served me well in touring cars ever since.
Do you think driving them taught you anything that you used to become a touring car star?
Yeah, to get away at the beginning. Start and get the hell out of there and get in front.
So you think some of these club racing Metro drivers could be touring car stars in the future?
I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's people in the grandstand, there's people in this grid that are just as good as me and you, or, you know, or maybe even some of the Formula 1 stars, but, you know, unfortunately they might not get the chance to show it.
Well, some of them are a bit fast today, Steve.
I heard you're not doing very well, Tip. You were a bit confident at the beginning and it's not looking very good now.
All right, don't rub it in, don't rub it in. I'd qualified 6th in class and 22nd overall, so I had a lot to do. And we're away! Oh, they're hitting each other. Dear, oh dear. By halfway round the second lap, though, I slipped up the inside of Wayne Parker to take 2nd in class. Things were looking up, but then I caught Class B racer Gary Richmond, who held me up in the corners, but pulled away on the straights. Get out of my way and stop ruining my race! Better, boy, you're learning. Better, better. Right, well done. You see, he's only a novice. The guy's having fun. He's learning about motor racing. And he's learning fast. Then, of course, he's got a good teacher. With class leader John Retchless too far away to be caught, my main concern was just to hang on to 2nd. But by now, my engine was starting to overheat. could have won. Honest, I could have won. Still, there's always the next race, and for some low-budget fun, it's hard to beat Metros. So, before you do this, remember someone might want to do this.